Yo, what is going on, Cowboys Nation and NFL fans everywhere? Because today we've got what might be the wildest, most unexpected, most jaw-dropping rumor in recent memory, and it's got the entire league buzzing. Buckle up, because according to multiple sources and growing online chatter, it looks like something huge is happening in Dallas, and the name at the center of it all? None other than I.J. Brown. Yeah, you heard that right. The star wide receiver, former Tennessee Titan, current Philadelphia Eagles, Pro Bowl beast, one of the most dominant wars in the game, is now being linked to the Dallas Cowboys in what's being described as a potentially $100 MILL, NDOLL, LA, and what's absolutely crazy is that Jerry Jones himself may have just confirmed it, or at the very least hinted so hard that the entire NFL world is spinning out trying to figure out what's real and what's smoke. Now, before we dive deep into this, just take a moment and imagine this scenario. A.J. Brown in a star-studded Cowboys uniform, lining up alongside CeeDee Lamb, possibly George Pickens, and with Dak Prescott throwing dimes down the field in a TNT stadium with 90,000 screaming fans, losing their minds. It's not just a fantasy Madden lineup anymore. It's something that could actually be happening behind closed doors. So here's the deal. Jerry Jones has never been shy about swinging big. This is the same guy who traded for Amari Cooper, signed big-time contracts, and publicly said over and over again that he's willing to do whatever it takes to bring a Super Bowl back to Dallas. And let's be honest, the Cowboys are in win-now mode. Dak is in his prime. The defense is loaded. And after years of almosts, close playoff runs, and brutal losses to teams like the 49ers, and yes, even the Eagles, you know Jerry's had enough. He wants to go all in. So when people close to the organization, including insiders, reporters, and even Jerry himself start dropping phrases like "we've got the ammo," we're looking to make big moves, and we're not done yet. Fans and analysts alike start connecting the dots. And the biggest dot of all, A.J. Brown, a player who, despite being a key part of the Eagles' offense, has shown signs of frustration in Philly. Whether it's sideline blow-ups, social media drama, or contract-related tension, it's no secret that A.J. Brown might be feeling a little bit underappreciated, especially with how the offense sometimes leans heavily toward Jalen Hurts' legs or Devonta Smith. And let's be real, he's a competitor. He wants the ball. He wants to be the guy. So imagine the appeal of joining a franchise like Dallas, where he could be the star in a high-powered offense, with a massive fan base, primetime games, and a brand that has global reach. Plus the money. Let's not kid ourselves, $100 million is no joke. Whether that's the real number or just a projection, for someone like A.J., who's already proven his value, that kind of payday might just be enough to get him looking across the division line. Now, let's talk about the fit, because this isn't just about headlines. This move makes actual football sense too. Picture a Dallas offense with CeeDee Lamb in the slot, A.J. Brown as the outside X receiver, and then Pickens on the opposite boundary. That's three elite receivers, all with different skill sets. Lamb is quick, agile, and deadly in space. Brown is strong, physical, and can win contested catches like it's nothing. Pickens is the young deep threat who can stretch the field and keep safeties honest. Add in a solid run game and Dak Prescott playing like he did in 2023, and you've got the makings of a top 3 offense in the league. Defenses wouldn't know who to double. Corners would be gasping for air. And coordinators? Good luck scheming that. Now, of course, this move wouldn't be without drama. Can you imagine the Eagles fan base if A.J. Brown actually left and joined their most hated rival? It would be absolute chaos in Philadelphia. Sports radio would melt down. Twitter would explode. You'd have people burning jerseys, calling for Howie Roseman's head, and questioning the entire direction of the team. On the flip side, Cowboys fans would be celebrating like it's 1995 all over again. This is exactly the kind of aggressive, polarizing, high-stakes move that defines rivalries and shapes legacies. And you know Jerry thrives on that? He loves the spotlight. He wants the headlines. He wants the ratings. He wants to be the team everyone is talking about on every show, every podcast, every YouTube breakdown, and let's face it, signing a J. Brown would do just that. Now, let's not ignore the other side, the risks. Brown has had some minor injuries in his career. A contract of that size could limit cap flexibility for Dallas in future seasons. You'd be putting a lot of pressure on Dak to distribute the ball fairly, and egos in a loaded WR room can always become a factor. And of course, there's the financial side. $100 million doesn't come easy, and the Cowboys would have to move some pieces, possibly restructure existing contracts, or even cut players to make room. But let me tell you, if there's one owner who doesn't care about criticism, who believes in going big, and who has never been afraid to write a giant check, it's Jerry Jones. He's made it clear time and time again he wants another ring before he calls it a career. And that brings us back to where we started that cryptic, explosive confirmation. Was it a direct, word-for-word press conference announcement? No. But was it a clear signal that the Cowboys are hunting for a game-changer and that J. Brown is a name seriously being talked about behind the scenes? Absolutely. The timing lines up. The salary cap moves are already happening. And the pieces on the chessboard are being arranged in a very interesting way. Even if this deal doesn't go through immediately, don't be surprised if Dallas keeps the pressure on and finds a way to bring J. Brown into the fold before the trade deadline or during next offseason. Because at the end of the day, talent wins games. And adding someone like Brown isn't just a flex, it's a tactical advantage that shifts the balance of power in the entire NFC. From a production standpoint, you'd be getting a guy who's good for 1,300 plus yards, 10 touchdowns, and a ton of third down conversions. From a locker room standpoint, you'd be getting a leader, a tough competitor, and someone who plays with heart. From a branding standpoint, man, the jersey sales alone would break records. You'd have kids all over Texas wearing Brown 11 jerseys by the weekend. So here's my take. Whether it's today, tomorrow, or during the offseason, don't write this off as just a rumor. Something is brewing in Dallas, and Jerry Jones may be closer to pulling off another masterstroke than we think. The Cowboys are going to keep swinging. The NFC East is up for grabs. And, J. Brown in a Cowboys uniform? That's not just a fantasy, it's a warning shot. This is a statement move. And if it actually happens, buckle up, because we're looking at a new era in Dallas. So let me ask do you think this deal is real? Would you want J. Brown in Dallas for $100 million? Or is this too much smoke, not enough fire? Let me know in the comments, because I want to hear from you. If you're hyped about this possibility, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn those notifications on, because if and when this becomes official, you better believe I'll be back here breaking it all down first. Until then, stay sharp, stay loyal, and stay ready, because Cowboys Nation, something UGE is coming, and it might just change everything.